Before you hear the rest of the tour, you have some time to look at questions 14 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 14 to 20.
Now to begin, here we are at the main entrance. You will notice the elaborate Italian frieze installed by the original owner when the mansion was built in 1810. To the left of the entrance is the main living room. This was used by the Sumner family for entertaining guests, particularly for their tea parties. They were famous for the tea parties that they gave in this room. Here on display you can see the elegant chinaware they used for their parties. There are several sets of china imported from abroad. Let's go over to the other side now. This room to the right of the main entrance is the dining room. Of course, the family meals were served here, but the most interesting thing about this room is the art. The Sumners collected a lot of art, and some of the finest pieces of their art collection are displayed in this room. On that wall opposite, you can see a large painting of a garden. Mr. Sumner bought that on a trip to China in 1825. You will also notice several smaller pieces of Chinese art, as well as some portraits of the family. Behind the mansion are the famous Sumner Gardens. Right now you can see a spectacular display of roses. The tea roses are especially nice, and there are many other varieties of roses as well. The guided tour will not continue into the garden. You can enjoy it on your own. Don't forget to stop in at the cafe before you go home for some tasty hot or cold tea and pastries. You enter it through the garden, but it's just behind the living room. There is also a small display there of kitchen tools used in the original mansion kitchen, which I am sure you will enjoy viewing. If you feel disoriented after walking around the gardens, don't worry. Remember that the parking area is just beyond the cafe, so it's a short walk back to your car. Also, please remember that the grounds close at 5 p.m., as we are still on our spring schedule. If you come back next week, the summer schedule will have started and will be open a full 10 hours a day from 10 in the morning until 8 in the evening. Thank you for visiting, and come back anytime. We're open 7 days a week.
That is the end of section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers.